The janitor found the art room in chaos one rainy Thursday afternoon, scattered markers, chairs overturned, and a girl tied to one of them, her face smeared with cruel drawings and her tear-filled eyes staring at the floor. That girl was Maya. Maya had always been invisible. The quiet girl who sat in the back of class, who never raised her hand, who walked through school halls like a shadow no one noticed. Her voice trembled whenever a teacher called on her. She wasn't dumb, just terrified. Of people. Of judgment. Of saying the wrong thing. Her only sanctuary was art. A sketchbook always tucked under her arm, pencils worn down to nubs. In those pages, she wasn't shy or scared. She was fierce. Wild. Free. But not at school. Not around them. Lena, Quinn, and Brielle, the girls who ruled the hallways like a mean girl monarchy. They were popular, beautiful, loud, and cruel. Maya was an easy target, soft-spoken, friendless, and too scared to speak up. The bullying started small. A snide comment here. A laugh behind her back there. But it grew. It always grows when no one stops it. One day, after art club let out early and the school halls emptied, Maya stayed behind to work on her portfolio. Her dreams were pinned on getting into the city's art school, and she poured everything into that hope. As she hummed quietly, focused on the wings of a dragon she was sketching, the door creaked open behind her. She didn't even hear them come in. The girls were laughing. It was supposed to be a joke. A prank. They said she needed a makeover. They dragged her from her seat, tied her hands to the arms of a chair with masking tape, and held her still as they scribbled on her face and arms with permanent markers, ugly, vulgar things. Loser. Freak. Mute girl. They drew horns on her forehead and exaggerated her lips into a clown's grin. One even yanked open her sketchbook and doodled mustaches over her drawings. They left her like that, laughing as they filmed her with their phones. And when the janitor found her, she couldn't speak. Her lips moved, but no sound came out. Just tears. Her parents were horrified. The school launched an investigation, suspended the girls, but it didn't fix anything. The damage was done. Maya stopped going to art club. She didn't open her sketchbook for weeks. Even at home, she covered all the mirrors and wore long sleeves to hide the faded ink stains. But sometimes, rock bottom is where the spark begins. One evening, her older brother Lucas, home from college, walked into her room and said, "You used to draw warriors. What happened to the girl who gave her dragons names?" And so he handed her a marker. "Don't let them be the last ones to draw on you." Something cracked inside her. Not broke. Just shifted. That night, she stood in front of the mirror, peeled the tape off her sketchbook, and began to draw. But not the usual fantasy creatures. This time, she drew herself, tied to a chair. Then another sketch, her breaking free. Every night, she drew. Anger, shame, fear, it poured onto the pages. And through it, she found her voice. Months passed. Her hair grew out. The marker stains faded. But her art changed. It got bolder. More raw. She entered a school-wide art contest anonymously, her portfolio signed only with a small phoenix in the corner of each page. The theme. Transformation. Her series, titled Bound to Break Free, showed a faceless girl being trapped, mocked, breaking out of chains, and rising from flames. When the judges saw it, they were silent. The art teacher cried. She won. On the day the winners were announced at the assembly, the whole school gathered in the auditorium. No one knew who the mysterious artist was. Until her name was called. Maya slowly walked up to the stage. For a moment, everyone stared, some recognizing her, some shocked to see the girl they'd forgotten or laughed at. But she held her head high, clutching the award. And then she spoke into the mic. "I used to think silence was safety. That if I stayed small, maybe they'd ignore me. But silence gave them permission. Not anymore." The auditorium was dead quiet. She took a breath. "I drew what they did to me. I drew how I survived it. And I drew how it will never happen again." Some students applauded. Some didn't know what to do. Lena, Quinn, and Brielle, sitting in the back, squirmed in their seats. Their phones were full of apologies they never sent. But it was too late. Maya had already marked them back, without a single insult or threat. Her art had told the truth. And truth doesn't fade like marker. That year, Maya's story spread. Not just in her school, but online, after the art contest's website featured her series. People from all over sent messages, some telling their own stories, others thanking her for her courage. Maya began speaking at other schools, sharing her journey, encouraging others to create, not hide. She wasn't just the shy girl anymore. She was the girl who fought back, with lines, colors, and truth. And from that moment on, Maya was never invisible again. Moral of the story. Silence may protect you for a while, but finding your voice, even through art, through scars, through fear, can free not just you, but others like you. You don't have to become like those who hurt you. You can rise above them, stronger, louder, and more powerful, because survival is a form of defiance, and healing is the loudest revenge.